Hey, I'm back. I wanted to do another show and tell, continuing on from the last. Not even sure how many weeks it's been where I did a show and tell of how a basic semantic would work, a semantic search, and so I wanted to kind of add a little bit more, and probably also improve on it and explain a little bit more how semantic works. So you could see the code behind me. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna code the whole thing, but this will be available on my GitHub that you will see either above or below. And before that, I would appreciate a comment, anything, constructive criticism. Don't be too harsh. I'm always looking to improve. And I would like to thank you in advance for liking, sharing, and even subscribing because I plan to do a lot more of this, and hopefully will help someone else. So continuing on, improving from my last semantic search show and tell, I wanted to improve a little bit more on this, where it will actually run on a CLI and be able to take in a query and a lot more optimized. So code behind me, you do need to make sure that you do a pip install on transformers, pip installs on torch. There is a numpy that we do have to use, and then as well as the scop, which is the actual vector creation. Okay, and from line 7 to 8, when you start this application, this Python, it will load the BERT-based uncase, which is the training part of it, and the creation and the pre-train. And this is basically what's going to train and be able to interpret easily the vector and the text. Okay, and then we have our functions starting from line 10, embeddings. Basically, this is getting the embeddings because the way this works now. I didn't start from the very beginning. I already have. Let's see here. I already have the database in Postgres. These are all the Bitcoin tweets that I extracted, and I wrote a small little. I wrote a Python script that generated the vector equivalent of each of the Python. So here's the text, plain text, and the vector in numerical value. Okay, and so this function here, starting from line 10, is what gets all the vector based on their text as well, and it matches it. Okay, and then this function right here is basically taking in the query of the user, their question, and then it will basically run the semantic create vector of that query, and then it will query the database for the closest matching vector value. Okay, and then it will return it, and then yeah, you can ignore these, but basically this is going to execute that query, creating the embedding into a list, the result, getting all the result, and we're going to print out all the all the tweets from this that matches the vector as close as possible, based on the query of the user. And this is just the basically the start of the application. So let's go and start this up. Let's go ahead and increase this. Um, we'll show you what I'm talking about with that one. Where am I here? Semantic query. Where is this? There you go. Okay, so let's do a directory, and then we do a Python semantic underscore query dot py spin. Hopefully nothing crashes. It will take time because what it does is for the first time you load it, it will run this and it will build all the vector for it. So now let's just say, who likes Bitcoin? Now, of course, this will only return all the tweets. We can add NLP on it so that it will actually return and say, it looks like these are the people. Okay. And And these are the closest ones. So you can see, detect the sentiment of the tweet, input, whoever invests heavy in this crypto is going to be rich as forgive the language is this. Remember, these are extracts that I've taken from Hugging Face actually. Okay, sets your bar high even if you fail. Our Bitcoin ATM do drop by feel free to come. Whatever, the robot can tell the price movements. So those are basically the calculation close where it got the vector. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show is, yeah, okay, this is coming from a CLI, but I wanted to also show how this would run, and I created a little program so that it's a Windows program in Python. Let's see here. This is, I call it crypto lens app. Yeah. Okay, so let's go Python. We'll do a crypto lens.py. Let's run this, and then we'll go through the code real quickly after as well. We'll run it up. Basically, in the crypto lens directory, I just took the semantic, which became a module for this, and I'm just calling it in the application. So, but the code is all on that GitHub repo that I've shared the link. And so here we can just say, what are people saying about Bitcoin blocks? We'll go ahead and click on search. We'll run that. And what are they saying? Bitcoin just moves this fast now. It ain't fast, young, fun anymore. Keep centered on story. Anything about blocks? Obviously, you're clueless. Bitcoin is good. I respect that. Oh, you ain't nothing. So nothing really about specific word about blocks. But let's go ahead just for fun. What are people saying about blocks? Looks like it's the same deal. Yeah, about block numbers. Just curious here. Nothing specific. Just moves fast, obviously. There's assembly. So basically, this is just taking the vector and the closest calculation of these vectors based on the query and the vector values that's already in the database. So in the next series, I'll show how I got all of the data from Hugging Face that you can just build and then upload into Postgres. So hopefully you enjoy this simple semantic search. We can get really crazy on it, but it was just a show and tell that I hope everyone enjoyed, and probably gives them an idea on how to start their own semantic search. Okay, thank you again. Appreciate the like, the share, your comments, and subscribe.